Hey everybody, Andy here, and with the Fandangler fishing report for this week, and it's been a pretty slow week. It's Friday, February the 10th, and the last fish I caught was 1 week ago on February the 3rd, and it was about maybe ½ pound, 1 pound. But the interesting part of that little trip was I actually had a buddy from the Austin Bass Fishing Forums come down with me and check out that spot I've been talking about where I've been having most of my luck recently. And he actually had a nice stroke of luck there. He actually came down around the times that I was saying. I've been catching him between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, so he actually took off work a little early that day, brought down a blue-black jig with a crawl trailer, and I think about the second cast, he caught a good pound fish, or at least he got one on the line, but that fish swam immediately towards some brush, which was actually a tree that had fallen into the water, and he just wrapped himself all around the limbs under the water. And well, the guy that I was fishing with was pretty excited about it, but also kind of disappointed because he thought he might have to lose his lure and the fish there. He might have to cut him loose because it was maybe about 3 feet of water there he would have had to gone into and get it. And he asked me, well, what would I do in that particular situation? I said, well, if there's about a $5 lure and a 3-pound fish on there, if it was me, I'd be going in and getting it. So a few minutes later, he went in and he found the fish, found the lure, ended up just cutting the line, but he still got the fish and he got his lure back. And actually there's a picture I'll post up at the end of this video just to show you the aftermath of that little event. And it ended up being a 2-pound and 15-ounce bass, and I was able to find that out because I actually picked up a scale. Hadn't had one before that, so that was the first fish to weigh on it, so I was pretty proud of that too. And earlier that day I had caught, like I said, a smaller fish, and it was on a Senko, which I'd never fished a Senko before, and this was the first fish I'd caught with a Senko, first time fishing a Senko. So since then I haven't yet to catch anything, so I'm not sure what the deal is, but before I had fished it Texas rig style, didn't have a weight, didn't have a bead on it, so it was weightless, so and that's what I caught it on. But since then I've been trying to do it Wacky style, which is like this. That is a Wacky rigged Senko watermelon with red and green flakes. And it's actually Wacky rigged with an O-ring on there so as to not damage the actual lure. This keeps it, without any holes in it, and you can use it for a lot longer. Makes your lures last a little longer. And I actually used it with this thing, which is an O-ring applicator, which you would put the lure in like that, and you got these little O-rings on the end, and you just slide it up there, and you would slide it onto the lure there to like I said, preserve your lure a little longer and hopefully catch a few more fish with it, because these Senkos are actually pretty fragile, so you got to be careful with them. And of course this would be a owner size 2 hook that I'm using, and it just goes in between the ring and the lure, so no holes in the actual lure in the Senko. So that's what I've been trying. Haven't been giving me too much luck lately, but I'm going to keep on trying it and see what happens, and I'll let you know in another video. But like I said, catch the picture of that little event I was talking about at the end of this video. Alright, have a good one.